Why, hello. Hey, YouTube friends. Welcome back to Dee's Creative Corner. My name is Danielle Coleman, and I am a Creative Memories Independent Advisor. I love scrapbooking, and I hope you do too. That's why you're here. Um, I hope all is well and everybody is preserving their photos and memories and making happy moments every day. So thanks to all my new subscribers, and be sure to give my video a thumbs up if you like it, and comment and subscribe, share, all that fun stuff, you know. So today we're going to talk a little bit about a sketch that I did last week, but I'm going to do some flower pictures. So why don't I flip you guys over and we'll talk a little bit about it. So here we go. Nope, there we go. All right. Well, I had my camera all squared away, and now I don't know why it's out of focus. Let's see here if I zoom out a little bit, maybe that there. I'm going to move this down, move the camera. I apologize. So, all right, here we go. Hello. So I'm going to do this sketch, and I cut the paper according to the Life Simple page kit. And today we're going to work with Painted Garden. This is an older Creative Memories collection, and I'm doing some flowers that my mom sent to me. She's up in Wisconsin, or down in Wisconsin. I have to get used to saying that. I'm up in Canada, and she's down in Wisconsin. I've always been the way north, so so yeah, she, you know, up in Wisconsin, there's a really short time for the blooms of photos of your flowers, and she was sharing them with me, and I thought I would do a pretty page with the flowers that she sent me. So, and we'll do it on this Painted Garden kit. So let's get started. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way, and this is the garden kit that I chose the papers and embellishments with. And so with this, I have two 12 by 12 pieces of cardstock. I'm still a little out of focus, sorry. And then I had cut one single sheet to the mats. So it was four 4x6 and then four 3x4 mats. And I'm also going to be using peekaboo pockets because, you know, I had to print all the photos she sent me. So, and then I measured the one piece is going to be 7x12. This one is 3x11. Let me show up just a hair. And then if you were to have another pattern paper, that would have been 5x12. I'm just going to leave it white. So I chose the green and burgundy. It was, I mean, there was tons of colors within all of these, and I matted them in a yellow, a cardstock. That's what I cut it all up with. And so, as you can see, there's a bunch of different colors in her garden, and they were all blooming, and like it's the end of July, so we only have a few more months of pretty flowers, and then the snow and cold comes, and I wanted to document this for her. So I'm gonna just a hair right down. For some reason, I just, you know, it never fails. It goes good on your little, your dry runs, and then when we go to hit record, things always go wrong. So here, I got my pictures all matted, And I have my cardstock adhered, and I'm going to adhere these. I was considering maybe doing like a dovetail on that, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it straight how it is. So I got my regular tape runner, and let's start adhering. Again, this was a painted garden collection from a few years ago, and they have a really pretty, I think it's like birds in bloom, and those colors were just a little too pastel, and I thought the photos she had were really vibrant, and so I just chose this this green's kind of like a swirl, and then burgundy with like a I'm not even sure what kind of, like a, oh, not a gingham. What type of pattern would you say that is? I'm not sure. But anyways, that's the color. These are the colors I chose. So here I'm adhering, and I'm going to, and like I said, I already matted all the photos, and I did a lot of 3x4 photos just because she had so many, and this particular layout had quite a few spots for a 3x4. So I said, what the heck, let's do 3x4s all over. And then we have new peekaboo pockets that are that size, so that works out even better. And so I'll bring the sketch back in, and so I laid my 7x12 down, and I laid my 3x11 down. So those are adhered, and now we will start kind of placing our photos. And I know they had a journal spot up here. I'm not sure, I might make just a little something next to it to do a journal. So let's kind of pull these all out and see how I had them. This was her back garden. Let's see, I'll just bring them up. There's so many pretty colors, and she's always been into gardening, and when I was a child, our entire yard, front, back, middle, everywhere was just loaded. And now she lives in a duplex, a single level, and she still gets out there and does her gardening, and I admire it. I do have to ask her what a lot of these are. I just buy flowers, and I'm just like, oh yeah, they're pretty. Yep, they're pretty. I don't know much like she does, but you know, she has her little bird bath in there. She got her a little trellis arbor so her roses can climb up. And then, you know, when I would be home, we would always go craft shopping and find different antique stores, and we would just find all of our junk and treasures, we would say. So let's take a peek at the sketch here. So I'm going to, I have, these are 4x6 mats, and I'm going to bring in a peekaboo pocket right here. This is going to go, this was the front of her garden, so in the front of her house. So I'm going to have that on there, and then this was just more flowers, and I'll probably put it on top of one of those. So, and as you can see here, this is like a little journaling spot. So why don't we start adhering, kind of look and see how we can kind of, because I'll have this kind of showing over here, and then I'm going to have a little cluster for a title, and I had picked out a few little embellishments, nothing much, because this is already, it's a lot going on, And I'm just adjusting my camera again. I am just baffled. So I'm sorry why it is not staying. I'm gonna have to do some investigating. That's the second video in 2 weeks now that I'm having issues with my stand. So, okay. Anyways, let's start. We'll tack these down. And I didn't mat them. I just did the yellow. I didn't do a double mat. You know, I think sometimes that just, the double matting, it's beautiful. But for me, there was so much going on in the pictures. And I know that I could have, but I chose not to. So, and it's everybody's own personal ways of scrapbooking. Like I've said, there's no right or wrong way to do it. As I'm like, as long as you are getting your photos printed off your phone and getting them in an album, that is fabulous. I can't stress to people to print your photos, because when our phones are gone and there is nothing to remember us by if we don't print them. And see, these, I'm putting these up a little bit so I can have just maybe a little bit of embellishments down here, and then maybe I'll do something down here. So there we go. Yeah, I have no idea. I wish I knew what all, I mean, I know roses, petunias, but I don't know. Yeah, I know that's a rose. I used to, when, you know, now that we're on the road, I don't do as much gardening as I used to, just because, you know, we're leasing homes and not, you know, not all the time do we want to. It depends on how long we're going to be there, and we're not going to put a ton of money into them when we're leaving. But here at this new Canada house, we've already started with a new lawn, and so, because we're going to be here for 3 years. And so I think what I'll do is, just because that, I'm going to use that as my peekaboo pocket. And then when we flip it, I know when you're in the album, it will go out of the album, but I think that will be okay if I do it right there in the middle. And then, like I said, I'll do this one over here. So those will be on the page protector once I'm done. And let's see here. I took some embellishments and I just kind of put them together. You know, I was going to use my Cricut, but I really, you know, I want to use up my stash. So I was digging through the stuff, and I figured one fine day with a few birds, because she loves her birds. And then I have this little, it has just, it's like a garden stake, and it says fresh blooms. So I thought that would be cute down here. And then we'll put another pretty little flower somewhere up in there. And then I had a few more, and I thought we could do something kind of up in this area. Just maybe something like so, or, you know, like that. And then I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I should try to put that down at the bottom instead of up there. Then I could. I'm terrible. Nope, because that covers way too much, and maybe I gotta lift that up a little bit. And I don't know where I want that. I'm not sure. Well, I will do some still shots at the end, and we'll figure that out where I want to set them, because I really don't like that caterpillar on there, so I want to kind of hide it. So so yeah, that's the general gist of the layout of how it's gonna go. Maybe it will stay something like that. And that is about it. I hope you guys liked it. And I'm going to flip you guys back over. Let's see here, preview. I'm going, there we go. And hello, and thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a fabulous night and day. Thank you. Bye-bye.